This video is brought to you by JingleMine.com. Founded in Hong Kong but located throughout the world, they are one of the leading ASIC mining distributors out there. They have a strong relationship with Jazz Miner, which means that they can provide you the best price and the latest info or updates for your Jazz Miner. Additionally, they work hard to respond to customer inquiries or questions, providing 24/7 support and have one of the fastest deliveries in the ASIC industry. Some of their products include the Jazz Miner X4-QZ, which can hit 840 mega hash at 340 watts while being whisper quiet, and I can vouch for that. And the new X16-Q is on pre-sale now and can hit 1.8 gigahash at only 630 watts on ETC hash. Lastly, they accept a number of cryptocurrencies as payment. So if you're interested, check out the link in the description and help support our channel by supporting its partners. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Caffeine Crypto. I'm not sure how this is going to go or how well it's going to go because my computer is pretty hurt. I am not even seeing anything on the live stream. I don't even know if these packets are getting out. Yeah. Maybe it's getting out. I'm not sure. PC is very hurt. I'll explain that in a minute, but just in case I am streaming, thank you for coming by. My name is Christopher Vega. My channel is SerpentX Tech. We do Caffeine and Crypto usually every Saturday, just going over some crypto news, stuff like that. I welcome you to join me with your favorite caffeinated beverage of choice, coffee, tea, energy drink. If you don't like caffeine, get some water. As we go over the market and some news, it's a green day, a beautiful day compared to earlier this week where we dropped down quite significantly. We got Solana near Stacks, and Stacks is one that I've been meaning to grab some if I could ever get some extra money. It's up 666%. ICX, KSM up pretty good. What else we got here? Mutable X, ZEC. Wow, okay. Kava, not too many. Su, what is that? SUI, I think I heard of that before. Yeah, computer's not doing too good. My baby's not doing too good, unfortunately. She got hurt. So it wasn't because the computer was on a bad surge protector. It's because the speakers were on a bad surge protector. Don't leave your surge protector outdated. I did a short on that. And it looks like it did more damage than I hoped because I replaced the power supply. Videos will come out in the future about that. Maybe, possibly, if it's even worth it. But yeah, kind of sucks because I can't afford to buy a new computer. When I was looking at the parts for the Ryzen 7900X, you know, just trying to save some money instead of getting a 7950 or the 7950 X3D, we're still talking $1,500 because you got to upgrade your memory, you got to upgrade the CPU, you got to upgrade the motherboard, and the case that I have is not going to be very good for EATX. It's going to be problematic as far as wiring and channels and all that stuff go. So it's just very unfortunate. Bad timing, considering the fact that they're going to be totaling out the Camry, unfortunately, which sucks. You know, our car has been with the family for so many years. And they don't think it's worth, the insurance doesn't think it's worth the money to fix it, which is stupid to me. If I could keep the car, what I would try to do is take off the bolts that we can access because the door's so bent in. Take off those bolts, try to pry the door from the right side instead of where the hinge is because that handle and everything is really crushed in there. And then use the bolts to try to straighten up a little bit that A pillar or that that A pillar, and then go to the junkyard, put a door. Even if the door doesn't work, as long as the door is functioning as far as the structural membrane and protecting the kids, I think it would be fine. It would be a nice little hoopty junker to drive around in for the kids, but they want to junk it. So it's been a really shitty week for me, unfortunately. And I don't even know if this is getting out. So let me know in the live chat if this is getting out. I do have a question that we're going to ask here in the poll. I am on call. But let's get back into it. So, you know, earlier this week, so we're currently on the week of June 11th, Sunday, to the 17th today. And on June 11th, you know, this is after that whole SEC debacle, which started here on the 4th, 5th. We dropped down from around 27.1, 27.2 down to 25.5. Bitcoin picked back up, but the altcoins did not, as I mentioned on Twitter if you don't follow me there. Continue to move in a downward trajectory, finally leveling off around 25.5, getting up to almost 27, 26, 26.2, somewhere in there, and then fell again earlier this week, or like the middle, like Wednesday, fell again down to 24. We haven't seen 24 in a hot minute. I would say we didn't get as low as March, but you could see that 24 range is that 25, 24 range is a particularly support too. It's resistance in February, but support as well. This was resistance in August of 2022. So that legacy line helped me understand what's about to happen. And I knew once we fell below it that we were going to pick back up, and we did. So the following day, we picked back up. Obviously, the drop caused by some of the information coming out, which we're going to go over, like the CPI and the FOMC meeting. The way Mr. The Fed chair, Jerome Powell, presented it could have been better. Like, so everybody knew there was a pause coming, but how he said it is what sent the markets a little bit like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Because usually this stuff is already priced in. People are expecting a pause. People are expecting the CPI to be a certain number, inflation to be a certain number. And so that's priced in. But during the meeting, it kind of felt like the whole market moved just because of he was just saying, like, you know, we were going to skip. Pause. And it's like uncertainty, almost as if he was told one thing, but then he did another. Or like he was supposed to stick to a script. So very unfortunate, but either way, Bitcoin has recovered from that. Of course, with the SEC's actions recently, it's not as high as we would like it to be, but we'll see how things go. So moving on, if you want to get my attention, send me a super chat or at me. I am sorry if I am breaking up audio-wise, or maybe there's some pixelation or quality issues. My computer's hurt, guys. Bear with me. The internet's fine now. That's the whole reason why TechMan doesn't come and watch my stream. Is my Comcast was screwing me every freaking weekend. I couldn't stream because the bandwidth was horrible. The uploads was reduced. I finally got that fixed, and then lightning, because the storms around here have been pretty bad. I think the storms have been pretty bad over, if you guys are in Alabama, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Texas, that northern part of Texas. This shit's been getting pretty heavy. It's heavy right now. But yeah, lightning went through the surge protector, through the speakers, through the speaker wire to the back of the motherboard aux port. Power supply took the hit, but then obviously some residual electricity went somewhere else. CPU is not running as full potential. Memory can't be running at its full potential. Something is definitely hurt. I replaced the power supply, but we're still having issues. At least we're not locking up every second, which is what was happening previously. So it's quite unfortunate. But inflation rose at a 4% annual rate in May, the lowest in 2 years. The consumer price index increased by 0.1% for the month and 4% from a year ago. And the latter being the lowest level in about 2 years. Excluding food and energy core, CPI rose 0.4% and 5.3% respectively. All numbers were in line with consensus estimates. Following the release, markets priced in nearly 100% chance that the Federal Reserve would not raise interest rates this week, which they did not. They did a skip or a pause, whatever you want to call it. And you can see where we are at compared to June 2022. As far as the U.S. Consumer Price Index, year-over-year percentage change through May 2023. A 3.6 slide in energy prices helped keep the CPI gain in check for the month. Food prices rose 0.2%. However, 0.6 increase in shelter prices was the biggest contributor to the increase for all items or headline CPI reading. Housing-related costs make up about 1/3 of the index weighing. Elsewhere, used vehicle prices increased 4.4%, which is why totaling the car screws me because they're going to give me pennies for that car and then I have to turn around and get a new car. And for example, a 2010 Honda Civic that should be $3,500, maybe $3,000, even with a lot of miles, or a small amount of miles, is 10 grand, which is unfortunate. This market is absolutely crazy when you're buying new or used. It's the worst time to be financing a new car or a house, but you know, when you're put in a position, you just got to make it work with what you got. So I've been on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and various other assets or websites trying to do the best that I can. Got to get the family squared away because school starts in the next month and some change. So the tame CPI reading was good news for workers. Average hourly earnings adjusted for inflation rose 0.3% on the month. The Bureau of Labor Statistics said in a separate release. On an annual basis, real earnings are 0.2% after running negative for much of the inflation surge that began about 2 years ago. Let me ask you a question, my live chat viewers. Is your pay, whether you're hourly or salary, is your pay adequate for the cost of materials, utilities, and food right now? That's my question to you. Any of my live viewers or any of my viewers that watch this in the future, do you feel, and just let's be realistic. I know every one of us could probably be like, no, they're not paying me enough. Nobody pays me enough. Nobody pays me what I'm worth. I understand that. I've been feeling like that for the rest of my life, or most of my life. But considering the inflation and the cost of, you know, just food, gas, utilities, whatever it is, housing, to maintain your lifestyle, you know, paying your bills and keeping up with stuff, do you feel that the workplace, whether it's a corporate American job, U.S., Canadian, whatever it is, do you think that they're doing good with keeping up with the way the world is going? Because my job, I can safely say they gave me a raise, but I don't think it was adequate enough to keep up with the current situation. So let me know in the live chat, yes or no. If you want to provide some reasons, go from there. But the CPI report came out this week. FOMC meeting came out. Again, I don't think it was, everybody knew it was going to be a pause, but I think the way he said it probably caused a little bit of a frenzy, a little bit of a, concern, I guess you could say. So they voted Wednesday to pause its aggressive campaign of interest rate hikes, elevated inflation, while indicating that there would be another sharp increase that could be needed before the year end. That's where the uncertainty and doubt, the FOMC created FOMO, is they thought they were going to be paused and be done. But no, they basically left it an open-end statement to where rate hikes could come back, which is what, again, caused the market to be a little bit crazy. After 10 straight increases since March 2022, the Fed's rate setting committee voted to hold its benchmark leading rate between 5% and 5.2%. The central bank said in a statement, holding interest rates steady gives policymakers on the FOMC time to assess the additional information and its implications for its monetary policy. The U.S. Central Bank began its two-day policy meeting on June 13th and has set its benchmark lending rate amid cooling inflation and world's largest economy. Blah, blah, blah. The Fed has raised interest rates 10 times since March 2022 as it grapples with inflation, which still remains well above the long-term target of 2%. Gold prices paired gains after the Federal Reserve kept its interest rates unchanged and widely expected, but pointed to more rate hikes down a year. Spot gold up about 0.3%. At $1,949, $1,949.89 per ounce. And then U.S. gold futures set at 0.5% at 1968. No idea who that is. 19.68.9. Sorry, guys. Like, I know people don't like hearing Discord dings and notifications, stuff like that when you're doing a live stream or doing a video, but, like, I got a life. I got to watch work. And I still want to keep up with what I need to do, what I want to do for the community. The whole reason why I created this channel. So for those of my longtime viewers, they know who I am. For any of my new cats, my apologies. Just bear with me. But I do got shit to do. Anyways, Bitcoin gains a sliver of optimism to cap an otherwise dismal week of crypto. It was pretty dismal. Again, looking at the charts, it was very depressing, especially after SEC's actions from last week. Not much to write home about. However, we did bounce off, kind of go below this legacy line, climb up above it, and then push up back into this this wedge I got forming here. It's not really a wedge, just a trend line. And if we did fall past this legacy blue of 2,500, 25K, 25.2K, 21 is easily doable, and 18K is easily doable. However, I do believe that at various levels, like 23, almost 24K will get bought back up, which is where we were getting picked up over here, just a little bit higher, like 24.8. But let's see here. So 24, right at 24K, right at 22.6, and right at 22. Like those are different like steps on the way down that people will easily probably have orders already in, that if it did fall from where it is now to those lows, that they will pick it right the heck up, which I do not blame them. So if we fell from where we are right now to that 18K low, and let's bring it out a little bit further and say it's 18.5 over the span of 35 days, it would be about 30%, 29.66% drop, which is possible, right? We've seen Bitcoin have a 30% drop, or sometimes even more than that, depending on who you're asking. But I think we're getting some positive news. So the beginner's block, shout out to them. Did do an article about this because I got 3 articles here. This was actually some interesting news. So BlackRock applies for Bitcoin ETF amid regulatory storm. Now, what's interesting about this is they're partnering with Coinbase, or doing this through a Coinbase custodian service. And to me, with the SEC going after Coinbase, I don't think they would have done this if they felt that, one, Coinbase didn't have a good case to try to present to the SEC and try to get the SEC, win them over and get them on their side. Yeah, they might still get fined, but hopefully they can push to get the clarity that they worked so hard to gain. Since being active in 2012, they've been doing nothing but working with the companies. Let me move this away from you guys. They've been doing nothing but working with the regulatory bodies to try to get clarity and make sure that what they're doing is above board and on par with what they expect of Coinbase. So hopefully Coinbase can continue to push for that, right? As the whole crypto industry has been asking for this for a long time. And what's funny is there's an article here that we were going to get into, where it talks about crypto gets the moment of clarity, but not the one it wanted. We got the clarity, just not the way we wanted it. But anyways, this is very interesting news, right? So a BlackRock opening up an ETF using a Coinbase custodial service, I think is bullish, because they wouldn't do it if, again, Coinbase was at risk of being destroyed by the government, the SEC, whatever you want to call it, and 2, if they felt that the SEC wasn't gonna approve of, because Bitcoin isn't a security in their eyes. So we got this list of assets that the SEC deems a security. Bitcoin is not one of them, so no need to worry about it. But this is pretty cool. So in a stunning twist that left the cryptocurrency world buzzing, BlackRock, the revered financial powerhouse managing a mind-boggling 9.5 trillion assets, has ventured into uncharted territory by submitting an application for Bitcoin Exchange Traded Fund, which is what ETF stands for, to the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission. This audacious move during a period of heightened regulatory scrutiny has raised eyebrows among the industry observers, who can't help but marvel at the boldness displayed by one of the world's most esteemed institutions. And it is just that. It is quite an exceptional move. But I don't think they would do it, again, if they felt that Bitcoin, crypto, Coinbase was done as a whole. I don't think they would. So a lot of people are very bullish about this. This also will open up the door. Yeah, I know we got grayscale and stuff like that, but we'll have other Bitcoin ETFs, just like gold has ETFs, just like energy sector has ETFs, just have various entities has ETFs. This will open up the door for other investors and institutional investors to gain that Bitcoin exposure without actually owning any Bitcoin. You know, like many of the gold bugs will say, you should actually own, not just invest in ETFs of gold, but actually get the gold itself. You know, store it in a secure vault or a safety deposit box or in your home, in your sock drawer, whatever. You know, I probably would diversify myself to where I have exposure to the ETF, if allotted by my bank or institutions that I invest with, but also actually own some Bitcoin. That's how I would play it. Not financial advice. I'm just saying that's how I would do it. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? You know, Blackrock is no small company. Been around for a while, actually. One of my buddies used to work for them in the IT department. But yeah, Coinbase is listed as a Bitcoin custodian for the proposed Blackrock ETF. Blackrock has an existing strategic partnership with Coinbase. The company announced last year that Aladdin, BlackRock's institutional investment platform, would be connected to Coinbase Prime for crypto trading and custody. The SEC did not immediately respond to CNBC request for a comment for the new filing. The entrance of BlackRock into the Bitcoin ETF space could be a boost to the sector that has been pretty rocky over the past 2 years. Bitcoin's ETF first launched in 2021, but the ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF, or BITO, is the only one that has grown substantial size with about 800 million in assets. The fund has lost more than 40% of its total return basis since the launch, according to the fact sheet. The price of Bitcoin hit an all-time high shortly after BITO launch and is down more than 60% to its peak. Obviously, yeah. So the price of an ETF is not going to reflect the price of the actual asset, but it would be tied to certain parameters that the asset is on. And a lot of people like to trade ETFs rather than the actual assets themselves. But this was, either way, this was a positive situation for the crypto industry, is what I believe, but that's just an opinion. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments below or in the live chat stream. Again, laughing at the fact that crypto gets the moment of clarity, but not the one it wanted. This is just an article from, I believe, Bloomberg Business Week. All articles, like the one from the Beginner's Block, are going to be linked down in the description if you want to go check them out. But now we're going to start up a poll, guys. I want to see what you guys think here. Again, if you're just joining in and my audio quality or video quality is not performing as good, please note my computer is hurt. Lightning somehow traveled through a surge protector that my speakers were plugged into, through the audio jack in the back of the motherboard, and took out my Silverstone 1200 watt power supply, but also seemed to have done some damage because the memory or the memory controller and the CPU are not performing at its absolute maximum. Downclocked the memory just to get this done and play some Diablo. Diablo is even choppy. I changed out GPUs because I thought it was the GPU at first. The 7900 XTX has been replaced with the 3080, but no. All right, so the question is, I'm going to do this poll right now. Is crypto dead? Is crypto dead? Because I kind of feel like crypto has turned into a big cesspool. It's a big cesspool of a bunch of copy-paste, lazy-ass people who don't want to innovate or build anything themselves or come up with new innovative ideas. They just want to copy whatever project was mooning and make a new name and change the supply and, promise this, that, and the other thing, and copy-paste tokenomics with a couple numbers change, and that's it. Even smart contracts. Smart contracts are a lot of copy-paste, and it's quite unfortunate. Because we're not really building. Like, Cardano continues to build. It sucks that they were labeled as security, but they have been doing nothing but building. I would really like to see them, I don't think Cardano is valued at what it should be valued at, but that's just a personal opinion of mine. I met some really great developers from the IOHK team / ADA team, and they've done nothing but building. The people that build during the bear market are the projects that you want to keep an eye on, in my personal opinion, but not financial advice. Because the people that build during the bear market will succeed during the bull market. Okay, put that on a shirt. All these other new products that are coming out, they just, again, copy-paste, lazy, They're not offering anything new. There's no tangible benefits. They're not, helping feed kids in Africa. They're not doing anything super positive. I don't know why my fan speed increased like that. What the hell's going on? You okay? And I'm talking to my computer. Yes, I'm talking to my computer. Shut up. What happened there? What are you doing? Temperatures are good. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, so while you guys vote on the poll whether or not crypto is dead, let's go through this article for a couple things. Talking about, basically, it's talking about the SEC filing against Binance, and obviously accusing them for mishandling customer funds and other white-collar crimes. That also charged Coinbase for failing to register as a broker-dealer. Now, what's funny about this is Murdoch, right? He originally started off as a legit business person, but then he had a side business where he pooled all of the clients' funds. So he had, 20-something clients with so much money, and instead of trading individually for each account, he pooled all their funds into one and he traded for that. He actually lost out big on that, like $30 million. He had to borrow. Was it 30 million or 30,000? I don't know. Anyways, he had to borrow money, and he paid everybody back, making them think that he didn't lose any money during the worst financial portion of his decade or his time. But when you pull all the money, when you take all the money from all these new investors and you put it all in one pot, and then you're trading on that, you gotta. There's certain rules and regulations that you have to follow for your, whatever country, SEC, the Fed, whatever you got for your equivalent in your country. And he didn't do that. He didn't register as a broker-dealer, security, anything like that. And eventually he got found out, right? But it took the financial collapse in 2008 to really shine a light on the Ponzi scheme, which is to keep getting new clients, right? And steal money from Peter, or take money from Peter to pay Paul. And then you just keep the Ponzi going. You just take money from the new Peter, give it to the next Paul, Peter, Paul, and you just keep going and keep going. So these people, these Pauls think that they're getting money, or they're making money off of their investment, but they weren't really investing. Now, Binance was probably commingling funds, but then actually making bets. The difference is FTX made bets on itself and its own assets, an FTT token, and they put all their eggs more on themselves. And of course, when their asset has fallen because of, the crypto market, the bear market hitting us and stuff like that, it took down, it took a pretty big penny or chunk out of their overall funds. And so when an exchange holds a majority of their reserve is their own asset that they create out of thin air, that's going to be bad news bears and spell for disaster. So commingling funds, are pulling everybody's funds into one large thing and then using that, right, to make trades or to open up a new center, to build a new exchange, or a new, buy out some sports team. You can't do that, right? Those are two separate things. What your business makes profit-wise off of fees, transactions, blah blah blah, marketing, whatever, is completely different from your funds. So commingling things, and I don't have the book, so I don't know what they did, but I would not be surprised if every fucking exchange did that. And not just FTX, but Binance and many others were using funds from their clients, new signups, to do other things, whether it was illicit activities or not. And it doesn't matter if it was illicit or not. You're using my funds without my authorization. But technically, in the policy, once I put my money in your system or your exchange, I waive basically my rights to those funds. So if something did happen, whether the exchange went down or they were using it for whatever purposes, I could be, I'm going to be stuck like Chuck. But I don't think they were the only ones. Now, Coinbase, I'm not going to say Coinbase is like an angel, right? I'm not going to say that, they're the white knights. But they've been around the space for a little bit longer. Binance 2017, FTX is fairly new. I know Bittrex has been around for a while. Coinbase has been around for a while. Some of the OG exchanges probably you don't see them as like when Coinbase, or excuse me, when Crypto.com and FTX were going hard in the paint, and Celsius was going hard in the paint as far as promoting their services or their exchange, I didn't see much of Coinbase. There was some Coinbase commercials, but I didn't see much of Coinbase. So I don't think they were doing the same thing, but they still obviously, according to the SEC, needed to register as a broker dealer because they were offering securities. And they also have an earn program where you can earn a percentage of your assets. So we'll see how things go. I'm going to end the poll here after these next two articles. We're already at 88% no. Let me check the live chat. But we do need to talk about Binance, who struck a deal with the SEC to move all U.S. customer funds, wallet keys, back to onshore. So they want to move the funds back to onshore. I see a few tags here, and you guys are delayed from when I'm watching or when I'm getting and what you're seeing. I see my computer is probably going to be a little bit further behind than normal. So your bandwidth with Comcast seems surprisingly great today. No audio issues, no video stuttering, nothing. Okay. Well, when I start up, if I start up my VM, which is what I was running before I started the stream, Crypto Mikhail's audio was like choppy and robotic. So my CPU, I could tell my CPU was hurt there. I'm going to try to move the audio jack towards the front and run the VM and then play a video and see what happens. But yeah, this baby's hurt and I don't have the money to fix it right now. To get the parts I wanted to upgrade, which is what I was going to do, but my system has been running great and my car is getting totaled and just everything in life is not going right now. When it rains, it pours. It would be the 7000 series from Ryzen was what I was looking at. Maybe the 13900K, but these things are super expensive, guys, and I can't really do it. So I wouldn't get the 7950X. Maybe I might get the 7900 for now. But just to get these parts, right? And I need the memory. Because 32 gigabytes when you're running a VM, like here, let's look at the memory right now. So we're already at 13 gigabytes used. You load up Diablo, that's it. You're maxed out. And that's not even with a VM. So in today's day and age, 32 gigabytes is becoming the new 8 gigabytes minimum for computing systems. And GPU graphics cards, the 12 gigabytes is the new minimum instead of 8 or 6, what it was before. So I was going to try to wait for the Computex 011 Dynamic or the Leon Lee 011 Vision, which is a beautiful case, but I don't know if I could wait that long. If I needed to upgrade now because this system just can't work anymore, that's a lot of money, guys. That's money that I really don't have. So I'm in a crunch, but we'll figure it out. Anyways, back to the questions. SerpentX Tech, you can change the audio inputs in OBS. You only will hear it. It doesn't bother me. Well, I just turned off the audio for now. Thank you, Yeti, for stopping by. Chris Henley. Charmander needs to talk. What are you saying? Charmander needs to talk to sometimes when gaming. It's cool. We all do it. Oh, yeah. You talk. Yeah, I talk to my computer every once in a while. All right, so going back to the show here. Yeah, let's find out about this. So I haven't read about this yet, but I mean the Binance, and there's Binance US and there's Binance.com. Binance.com, the US citizens can't participate in. So some of you out there in the world internationally can participate in Binance.com, but we can't here in the States. But it looks like Binance US and the SEC late Friday announced a deal to ensure that only Binance US employees can access customer funds in the short term. According to the proposed agreement, which still needs to be signed off on the federal judge overseeing the case, Binance US will take steps to make sure that no officials from Binance Holdings, the global exchange, has access to private keys for wallets or hardware wallets or root access to Binance US, Amazon, AWS, or just AWS tools. The US-based crypto trading platform will share detailed information about its business expenses, including estimates and costs, in the coming weeks. Now, I found out right here, Coinbase giant Binance US affiliate fires staff after SEC charges. So will Binance US be around in 2 years? It's not looking too likely, guys. So if you have your funds on Binance US, I would urge you to try to get it off. If you haven't, you should have already gotten off. But if you haven't already, go ahead and get it off. The proposed deal responds to the SEC motion to freeze all of Binance US assets while it pursues the exchange on security-related charges. The regulator said it was concerned that the funds would be moved offshore or records destroyed if it was not granted a temporary restraining order, or TRO. Binance US attorneys pushed back, saying that freezing all assets would amount to the death penalty, basically killing the exchange, which I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Good stuff. So Judge Amy Behrman Jackson of the District Court for District of Columbia told parties, hang on 1 second. Oh, I didn't want to sneeze in your ear. I'm sorry. Told parties that it would be better for them to come to an agreement or proposed stipulation that will have her craft a restraining order, which would come with a 2-week time limit. 2 weeks would be a sufficient time to prepare, given the more than 4,000 pages 4,000 pages of exhibits the parties have already filed, she said during the hearings earlier this week. Other provisions in the proposed agreement would see Binance US create new crypto wallets. The global employees have no access to provided. Okay, so they're just trying to stop Binance.com or global employees from having access to Binance US funds, and just make sure that no funds from the US exchange are being taken out. And obviously a paper trail, fearful of a paper trail that won't exist. So they wouldn't be able to tell what was actually Binance US and what was actually the global holdings. Kind of like the FTX situation, right? Because when that whole FTX situation started happening, we saw funds towards the beginning / end portion of it was, speaking of SBF, there's Sam Bankman-Fried, which I believe the recent news talks about dropping charges for now against SBF, like who lives with his parents. Best believe I did shit like that, dude. I'd be in jail with no hope. Who is this? So crypto giant Binance US affiliate fires staff after SEC charges. So US affiliate of crypto giant Binance has carried out a round of layoffs since the regulatory last week. Okay. Once the sources said around 50 people were laid off. Binance US spokesperson did not respond to emails or calls. Employees in Binance US legal compliance and risk departments were among those dismissed. The people told Reuters, requesting anonymity because the matter is private, which it is. Respect their privacy. The SEC on June 5th accused Binance and its founder, CZ, of creating Binance US as part of a web of deception to evade securities laws aimed at protecting U.S. investors. The SEC sued Binance US operating company, BAM Trading, alleging that it misled investors about non-existing trading controls over its platform. A day later, the SEC asked the federal court to freeze, which they stopped. Binance US called the request unwarranted and unjustified because of the preparation for a prolonged and very costly legal battle. The board asked management to right-size our organization and reduce our burn rate to ensure long-term viability. Binance US CEO Brian Schroeder wrote to employees a message seen by Reuters. Where's the letter? Okay. We don't get the letter. And without the ability to pay employees, vendors, suppliers, and professionals in ordinary course of business and to maintain its technology platform, operations will quickly grind to a halt. And that's quite unfortunate, man, because the people who work for Binance US probably thought, hey, I could get my foot in the door of the crypto industry. I could work for Binance US, maybe move to the international organization and expand and, partner and kind of work with various projects, onboarding and stuff like that. And this really just destroyed a number of people's crypto careers and probably put a sour taste in their mouth. Because maybe not every one of them were from crypto. Maybe they're from the business, arena, or the financial arena, the normal traditional finance, and they wanted to get into crypto because they see that it's very interesting, right? It's something new, something for them to be involved in, to help craft, to help mold for something better in the future. And they got laid off because the SEC goes after them. Now, maybe they don't know the full story. They don't know what's happening at Binance.com. But yeah, man, you just took away people's careers and a chance that these people might have a positive impact in the crypto industry. Hopefully they find jobs in various other crypto products, but it's very unlikely because right now, jobs are out there. I just won't say that they're jobs that we want to do, or not jobs that we might be qualified for, but we won't get because of, the position's already filled. So we'll see. Ethereum network upgrade and uptick in Arbitrum active users could trigger an ARB price reversal. What they're talking about is basically ARB going up, Arbitrum. Unfortunately, a project that I talked about on this channel was built on Arbitrum and had some promise. It had some aspects of it that I liked. It was on a new chain that doesn't have crazy ass gas fees, and that one could participate in this ecosystem. It was going to help, a fund would have been put to the side to help new projects trying to get onto Arbitrum. And of course, they not rugged, but decided to switch over to Ethereum because that's where the money is. And kind of left the people that had the Arbitrum version kind of stuck in the mud. So I was kind of pissed about that. Deleted the information, the post, and the videos. And the individual I haven't talked to, or the team I haven't talked to since. But one of the reasons I went into it was because of Arbitrum. Because I always like new chains, especially new chains that are working into it. So while Arbitrum governs token ARB has been consistently in a downturn since the airdrop late March, the ecosystem shows healthy growth, which we've been seeing the opposite from Polygon, which is also having an upgrade to Polygon 2.0 because it's seen a diminish in transactions and activities and stuff like that. Ethereum is the hotness. The problem is that the hotness costs a lot. So if you really want to make money on Ethereum, buying these Pepe coins or meme coins that are actually doing, blowing up and could make you millions one day, the problem is you can't time it. You can't figure out what is the next coin that's going to blow up. And by the time you figure that out, the whales already started taking profit, crashing the price. So you're going to get in at the high, and then the whales are going to fucking screw you, and then you're stuck with a coin, and then the project doesn't go anywhere, and you're left with this coin with no value. Trust me, been there, done that many years. So instead of chasing the dragon, you should just dollar cost average into various projects that you have strong convictions and belief in. Not financial advice, just common sense. An opinion of mine. But yeah, Arbitrum is poised to maybe do a little flippity flip, do a little bit better. We see that the token balance is here for Arbitrum. We got the centralized exchanges, the decentralized exchanges, the funds, smart money, staking pools, and bridges. Funds purple and smart wallets green are still holding ARB. The funding rate for ARB perpetual swap contracts turned negative, like the rest of the crypto market after the Securities Exchange Commission brought its lawsuits, blah, 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 being impacted, blah, blah, blah. Here is, let's go actually look that up. Let's go look up Arbitrum. Arbitrum, BT, is it BTC? Let's go BTC. Yeah, it's Arbitrum BTC. All right, what is this right here? Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, so this is April 18th. We were at 0.00006120. We fell all the way down to 403740. And yeah, I would say Arbitrum, if the activity keeps going, I say they would be poised for something good. There we go. So that's the all-time high. But projects, you got to attract projects to come and play, man. You gotta attract projects to come and play. If you don't attract projects to come and play, then your network or your chain is not going to be as healthy as you want it to be. But yeah, anyways, moving on. So ZachXBT, when the number of various, and I've been still seeing this, number of various influencers and stuff like that had their Twitter hacked and compromised, obviously promoting some S coin and how it was going to make you millions of dollars and blah, blah, blah. People falling for it and thinking it's an airdrop or whatever, clicking the link, again, their funds taking, or just sending money to these various wallets or contract addresses in a hope that they might make some money or millions of dollars, because everybody wants to get rich quick, and that's the problem. The short-sighted vision is messing them up. Well, ZachXBT is actually one of the crypto Twitter personnel that warns people about schemes if they find one, advises people to be careful, and actually will help you out if depending on the situation. I try to warn people. He's obviously got more influence than I do, so I might retweet what he has, or I might add to what he has, but unfortunately he's being sued. So Crypto Sleuth, ZachXBT sued, doxxed by former target. So Jeffrey Huang filed suit. Now this Jeffrey Huang is the one you want to pay attention to, and I'm not going to say anything too outlandish because I don't want this individual coming after me. I don't even have any money, but they're filing a suit over allegations that he stole $38 million in crypto. Now ZachXBT has enlisted Johnny Depp's lawyer to fight the claims. If you look at the story, ZachXBT is just using chain analysis to backtrack where the funds are going. And if the funds lead to a wallet that shows or can have some data that is tied to an individual organization or institution, then yeah, you're going to be responsible, even if the person just sent it to you. But for years, this individual, Zach, has conducted volunteer on-chain investigations into alleged financial misconduct in the cryptocurrency industry, and is being sued for defamation by an entrepreneur that he had previously scrutinized. On June 22nd, ZachXBT accused the Taiwanese American musician and tech executive Jeffrey Huang, known also by his online handle Maki, Big Brother, of embezzling 22,000 Ethereum worth over $37 million. Writing from a defunct crypto treasury management platform Huang co-founded. The sleuth backed up the assertion with on-chain data. On Thursday, Huang filed a federal lawsuit on the U.S. District Court of Western District of Texas, alleging that the accusations were false and that ZachXBT is now liable for damages to Huang's reputation. You were part of the project. It goes belly up, but you took all the funds are in your wallet. Like, I don't understand how that's defamation. But unfortunately, Zach says here, it's unfortunate that I have to make this thread, but I'm being sued by Maki Big Brother. And Zach got doxxed. He got doxxed. He didn't want to get doxxed. He didn't want his personal information out there, but it did. All we knew him by was ZachXBT. Well, guess what? Now this is public. This court order is public. He blanked it out for the Twitter, but it's public. So we could go find his real name. And that sucks. I have consistently maintained that the allegations in this article are false, Huang wrote on Twitter Friday. I look forward to proving through the lawsuit that he unlawfully defamed me. Critically, to file the suit, Huang and his attorneys managed to assert ZachXBT's legal name and place of residence. As ZachXBT has for years now publicly probed numerous powerful actors in the crypto space, his ability to remain anonymous has been key to his sustained presence as a leading voice in the crypto Twitter community and the crypto industry more broadly. The investigator's legal name is now visible in copies of Thursday's lawsuit uploaded to multiple public databases. On Friday, ZachXBT took to Twitter to inform his 403 followers of the development. The lawsuit is baseless, and this is a quote here, and an attempt to chill free speech, he wrote. It sickens me that it comes to this, but I knew one day this would happen, as the price of telling the truth is sometimes people dislike what you say. ZachXBT also called on his supporters to donate funds to support his legal defense, as the analysis intends to fight the lawsuit in court, and decisions to anticipate will likely incur costs and could easily exceed 1 million USD. When the atomic wallet situation happened, people were popping up saying, I can help you, and then they were stealing more from these individuals. ZachXBT was actually trying to help people. Not only warn people about, hey guys, this is bad, don't do this, don't fall for this, don't watch out for this, but also try to help them obtain or get their funds back. So those people that he helped, I would urge, take care of your boy. Like, he may not be the Elon Musk of Twitter, but he is somebody that's been in the space for a hot minute, and his work, unfortunately, is going to be impacted by this now that he's doxxed. So, because that anonymity was a good factor for him to continue to do the research, chain analysis, and data aggregation that he could do for the community. So, I wonder how this is going to work, and now that he's doxxed, are any of the past, individuals who did steal or scam or phish others, are they going to come after him too? And I hope that's not the case. If you did wrong, dude, ma'am. Take the L, find a better profession. So in the hours following the appeal, a wallet address dedicated to ZachXBT's legal fund has already received around $320,000 worth of cryptocurrency, over 500 donors. While the majority of donations have been in Ethereum or a stable coin, a number of meme tokens include Jesus Coin, Pepe Coin, and Good Gary Gensler Coin. Which, speaking of which, we're going to talk about that in a minute. But yeah, the guy that is going to be representing him is Johnny Depp's lawyer, which we saw what Johnny Depp's lawyer could do. I mean, short of OJ's lawyer, I mean, that's the next best thing, I guess you could say. But I mean, this is a situation where on-chain data backs up the individual. So we'll see how it goes. But check out ZachXBT on Twitter. I know many of you, like even Yeti right here, I can see it. Follow, really good guy. I'm following him on my personal profile, not my the channel one. But we'll see. Just sucks when good people just get screwed. Seems to be a growing trend. Anyways, crypto payments platform Wyre shutters, citing Bitcoin conditions. No idea. So this is San Francisco-based crypto payments firm Wyre is shutting down at almost 10 years in business, citing the financial challenges and regulatory blah, 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 blah. So another business going down. Good Gary Gensler meme coin outperforms the entire crypto market. You can see here, this is just short-term, 1 month history. Pepe is unfortunately not doing too hot. It's actually been going down. If you still got Pepe coin, I mean, maybe you hodl it because you hope one day it's going to take off, but it's just continuing to die. So for those people who got in late the game, I'm sorry. While Gensler rockets, not saying you should get into it, just saying, these meme coins, they just keep getting, it's like hopping, Frogger, or no, it's like boat hopping. I don't even know how to say this. I watched the on-chain data. I watched the various whales, dolphins, fish, whatever, jump from coin to coin, and that's exactly what they're doing, right? New coin comes out, they pump the hell out of it, take profits, new cats come in, new blood comes in, they take the L's, they get out, drop the price even further, whales buy back up, and then pump it and rinse and repeat, right? Stop trading with emotion, trade with your heart and your mind. But yeah, this coin started in April 19th, 2023. At least that's what the data shows here. And right now, it's not near its all-time high. But it has been, at least in the past month, kind of outperforming the rest of the market. Just not something that I would say is a long-term investment whatsoever. And obviously, Gary Gensler is in the news a lot, so it's getting that coin attention, as well as this millionaire game coin. Don't fall too deep into these traps of coins that promise nothing, that are just straight profits because people are pumping it because they just want to pump it. Follow coins that are building, that have strong fundamentals, a good roadmap, and are building towards the future. Don't chase the money. Chase the technology. All right. That's going to do it for today's show. We got Red Panda Mining coming on soon. Let's see if Video Card's website is back online, because earlier it wasn't. It is. Good deal. We'll see. We'll see what I'm going to do with the computer, guys. I really don't have the money to build a new computer. It just sucks. It really just sucks. But it's whatever. Like, if I start up this VM right now and I go play a YouTube video and it's choppy, that means CPU is hurt. I don't know. I will tell you that it happened June 9th. I was sitting over there on the bed doing my work. I was talking to my manager, and lightning struck nearby, and I heard to my left, this direction, which is where this computer is, kind of like a zzz, zzz, like real quick buzzing sound, almost as if something was, you know, like if you're holding two electrical probes next to each other and that thing arcs across, kind of like that. Didn't see anything wrong. The shield didn't go down. Nothing went down. But then Monday, so that was a Friday. Monday, the speakers don't work anymore, the audio port. So I plug it up front, works just fine. I reinstall Windows, the back audio port works again. But then it started locking up. On load, on boot, the logo of your motherboard shows up, starts spinning, lock up. All right, downclock memory, downclock CPU, swap out GPU. All right, what the heck's going on? Still locking up. New Windows, still locking up. Okay, what the heck? It's got to be the power supply. All right, power supply is trying to protect your computer. It's grounded. Maybe that's what happened. Swap out power supply, boot into the new Windows, locks up. Boot into the old Windows, which is where we are, it works. So I'm going to try to stretch it out as far as I can, because right now is not a good time to build a new computer. But I thank you. True. I might have a lot of error correction going on. I would go to Linux, but a lot of things that I do, especially my day-to-day job, requires Windows. But I do have a couple of Linux distros that I play around with on various, like, my VMs and stuff. But yeah, that's it for today. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate your time. Make sure you smash the like button on the way out, get subscribed, all that good stuff. Red Panda Mining should be coming up if he's not live now, and thank you for hanging out, man. I'm just a sad little puppy. Life hasn't been as awesome lately, but it's all right. It's all right. We'll get through this. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate the crypto mining fam. You take care of yourself, and keep your head down, man. That's all I gotta do is keep my head down. I'm looking for the future. 2027, 2028. Crypto market might be doing good. Maybe we hit new all-time highs. I can start taking profits and help pay down debts and take care of stuff. That's what I'm looking for. The car situation, we'll get it figured out. The computer situation, we'll get it figured out. I can Frankenstein some parts with what I got laying around. Not a problem, just to get me by, but it just sucks. Such is life. I'm not the only one that shit happens to. I know all you guys got shit that you got your own problems. So you take care of you. I'll take care of me. I'll meet you all in the middle. But yeah, take care. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Notification. Check out links in the description. And this video is sponsored by jinglemining.com. So thank you for coming by, and we'll see you in our next therapy session. See you.
Introducing the Octominer OctoTank 12 Home Immersion Cooling System, the future of cryptocurrency mining and home heating. Quiet, cool, and efficient. The OctoTank 12 allows you to overclock your ASIC miners up to 70% to get more performance for your money. Compatible with up to 2 ASICs. Fully plug-and-play system. The immersion system ensures that your miners stay cool. Perfect for garage or basement heating. Up to 150 square meters of heating capacity. Clean and minimalist design. Fully weatherproof. Designed to last for years. Save money while keeping your home warm and cozy this winter. Order yours now.
As a crypto miner, you know you want your equipment to be high quality. Proper cable management is part of your mining rig, and the Veteran Miner has you covered. The Veteran Miner cables are created with the best materials to ensure they are of the highest quality. Our cables are made of 16-gauge tin copper, ensuring another layer of protection from oxidation and corrosion. We support our products with a 100% guarantee. Visit our website at www.theveteranminer.com and get the best cables for your mining setup.